Hey guys, Lightning Zeton here, and today we're going to be doing another toy review of the Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, Wave 2 of Playmates figures, I think. Because Wave 1 had Shimu, Scar King, Godzilla, and... well, Godzilla evolved, and Godzilla before he was evolved, and Kong with the Battle X, as well as Zuko. So, yeah, I think those were Wave 1, and I'm guessing that these are Wave 2. Now, sadly, at the time of recording this video, I do not have the Playmates Mothra yet. I really want to have Mothra, because I think that's going to be the best Monsterverse Mothra figures out there so far. And, yeah, so far, I managed to get these three, roughly around the same time. I got Tiamat at an anime convention in New York City. At least it was better than paying $30, that's what I will say. I managed to get these two at a Walmart, thankfully, and the Walmart was like very far away, like downstate New Jersey, and yeah, that was a pretty long trip, but hey, during vacation I found these two, so that's cool. And yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at Kong with the Battle Axe, Godzilla Energized, as well as a new figure in this wave, Tiamat with Submarine. So yeah guys, before we take a look at each of these figures, let's take a look at their packaging. Now yeah, let's start off with this one first, Tiamat. So as you can see, has a nice image there of Godzilla and Kong. Tiamat with Submarine, ages 4 and up. I don't think you should give this to a 4-year-old because they could choke on the submarine. Toho logo, Legendary logo, Playmates logo, and on the side just crystals, and on the other side Godzilla x Kong with the New Empire. Nice, awesome photo there. And on the background is just a title card. Monsterverse, warning, don't eat it, otherwise you'll die. And on the back is just the figure itself. A little bio if you want to read that. So yeah. And description of the movie, fully articulated and posable. And on the back of the box, you got the other figures that are in this wave. And as you can see, these are the Wave 1 figures. For some reason, Godzilla's spines are pink. For some reason, because on the official toy, it's orange for some reason. So, I guess there's gonna be a brand new Godzilla figure later on. Who knows? I hope so. And yeah, I already got Scar King, Shimu, Zuko, Kong, and Godzilla. And I also have these two. And look, these two figures are currently brand new. Now, there's no Mothra in the photos, so I'm guessing Mothra could be released later on. I don't know. I hope so. I hope I can get that figure because that has to be the best Mothra figure out there. So yeah, that's Tiamat. And same thing for Kong. It's just the same thing, but the only difference is it's just a back photo. Honestly, judging by the photo and this figure, it doesn't look. Doesn't look like that. I don't know, maybe the colors are brighter on the promotional image. And lastly, for Godzilla, is the exact same packaging, just a different, you know, text and background. Or obligatory product shot. So, yeah. Now, let's get these figures open and take a look. And now, here we have the figures out of the packaging, and here they are up front, or on my review station. And so, to put this out of the way, Kong, as well as Godzilla here, are just repaints slash, kind of like a remold. Nah, these are just repaints slash reissues of the Godzilla vs. Kong figures from the original 2021 toy line. However, this one is based on the Hong Kong Battle Kong, where he has a different face and different color scheme. However, this time he has the normal color scheme but has the same face. For Godzilla here, he is just the Godzilla mold, as you can clearly see by the thing on his chest right here. He's the exact same figure with the battle damage thing. However, this time instead of carrying an effects part, he includes the drone. And so let's get these accessories out of the way, and let's start off with Godzilla Energized. So Energized Godzilla comes with a little... It's not a fighter jet, guys. This is a battle drone. It says in the packaging. So this is a little unmanned airplane or drone. And if you're a huge fan of aliens versus military movies, then you will recognize this vehicle or this drone from that scene in the movie Skyline, where the military sends out a bunch of drones in their first wave of air attacks. And so, essentially, you have that's what they have in this Energized Godzilla. They have the drone thing, which is pretty nice, pretty cool. We rarely see these military vehicles in kaiju movies nowadays, especially getting merchandise included with the monster. And so, I hope one day Playmates makes, like, I don't know, like a military set where it's just a bunch of these drones, battleships, and tanks, and, like, I don't know, it comes with a, I don't know, like a Monarch laser tank or something. That would have been cool. So Playmates and Monsterverse, or whoever's making all these toys, Playmates, if you're listening to this video, please make it happen. I want, like, military planes and tanks and so on. So yeah, it's just casted out of this gray plastic, and it has now I'm not sure if you can tell, but as you can see, it has loads of details on it. You can see the little, I don't know what drones have, but yeah, Godzilla comes with a drone. Next, we have Tiamat's submarine, or the submarine that's included with Tiamat, which is very appropriate and very fitting, since that's what happened in the movie. Energized Godzilla literally entered Tiamat's lair or base or home, and basically the submarine was just following Godzilla, and all of a sudden it encounters these two battling each other underwater, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. So that way you can easily recreate that scene where Godzilla is fighting Tiamat while the submarine watches as it happens in front of them. So yeah, the submarine has been casted out of this black plastic, and as you can see right here, it has loads of details. If I could get the camera to zoom in, there you go. Has some nice details overall. No paint on it whatsoever, but it doesn't matter. It's just a military vehicle, so military vehicles don't have to be painted for the most part. And here we have Kong, and the accessory that he has, it's of course his battle axe, his Stormbreaker, I would like to call. It's similar to Thor's Stormbreaker from, you know, Infinity War and so on. So yeah. In a second, I'm gonna compare this axe with the other axes from the Godzilla vs. Kong toy line. Now for Godzilla, Energized Godzilla, sorry, I had to clarify that. This figure is nicely done for my copy. If you've seen the promotional images, the skin was darker blue, like bits of dark blue, but as you can see, he's just light blue. The spines are transparent plastic, and yeah, if you have a single figure from the Godzilla vs. Kong toy back in 2021, then you'll easily see what this figure is. It's just a repaint of that figure. It even has the ports for you to insert the effect part. And so this figure has the same articulation, same sculpt as the Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah. For Kong's case, it's basically the exact same figure. No differences into the figure whatsoever besides the paint scheme, I guess, which I'm gonna compare in a second. The axe, however, I think the only thing that's new about this figure is that the axe somewhat has a better color scheme, and it's kinda accurate, but I'm guessing that it's just missing the gray part, or the gray strings that's wrapped around this thing right here. So yeah, I'm not saying that it's bad that it's a repaint and basically no changes whatsoever, but like I said, these figures are just repaints / reissues of those original figures. So it's a perfect opportunity for those who didn't get those figures to get these, because honestly I think these two are a better alternative compared to the other figures, which I'll show in a second. Now for the main event itself, here is Tiamat, and here she is in all her glory, wobbly body. Jeez, the packaging was not lying. This figure is really poseable. So I won't go into details with her because she's a brand new figure. Let's get a closer look at her face. As you can see, the face looks nicely done. I like Tiamat's design. I like her design. The thing, the frills or whatever you call these around her head, really interesting and nice overall design. I still hope Manda appears in the Monsterverse one day. So yeah, her face is nicely done, nicely sculpted. Her eyes are painted. Her mustache is painted as well. It seems like the jaw as well as her head has been casted out of this plastic, but the green is painted, so I guess that's good. And behind her head, or on top of her head, it's nicely sculpted. And the rest of the body, as you can see, has very nicely done details. You can even see the scale she has. Nicely done. And here's her tail. As you can see, the details don't stop. They just keep going. So yeah, nicely done overall. Even the bottom of her tail is detailed. Yeah, don't look at there. Don't look there. And her belly is also detailed nicely, as well as her neck. And she has really tiny little legs. Then again, she's not for land, she's for swimming. Are these considered her feet or her hands? I don't know, let me know in the comments. So, as you can see, they're really nicely detailed. And here are her legs or other arms. So yeah, this figure is nicely done overall. I really like it. So, articulation wise for her, the reason why I didn't go with the articulation between Godzilla and Kong is because they're exactly the same thing as the figures I reviewed years ago. So if you want to check that out, I'll be sure to just check it out. Yeah. So yeah, articulation wise for her, for Tiamat, her head I think is on a ball joint, so she can wiggle her head, like she's going crazy. She can say nope to Godzilla, don't kill me. She can look up this much and she can look down this much, so that's cool. Her mouth can open really wide, holy damn. So this is her reaction when she sees Godzilla on her front door, on the Ring doorbell. So yeah, that's the face she makes when she knows she's gonna die. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, there's no port or slot, or basically something to connect to her mouth, because I'm pretty sure she had a fire breath or laser breath. I forgot, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. But yeah, it would have been nice if they put like a port in her mouth, so that way she can, like, I don't know, shoot fire out of her mouth. Or laser, let me know in the comments. And her upper body, this one's a separate joint. Her upper body that has her legs is on a ball joint as well. And same thing for this side. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. 6 points of articulation on the body. Oh my gosh, and that includes the arms as well. The arms, I think they're on the ball joint. Let me just... Yeah, they're on the ball joint. So there's also a hinge joint right there for you to, like, spread the arms / legs around, or out. I meant to say that. And so, yeah, the packaging was not lying. She's really posable. So considering she has like 6 points of articulation on the body, as well as 2 for each arm, I have a feeling you can get her into some nice poses in general. If you have that display, like, you know, like this thing that holds figures in the air, I'm pretty sure you can get her into some nice poses as if she's underwater. And why not pose the submarine near her to make it look like they're, you know, underwater and floating. So yeah, if you find this figure, I highly recommend getting it because she's really posable and articulated. Paint job, it's decent for the most part for a $9 figure. I say $9 as I spent $25 on her on Amazon, not Amazon, Anime NYC. So yeah, let's do some size comparisons real quick. Let's start off with Kong. And let's just get these figures out of the way. here is a new Kong with two of the Kong figures that I got from the Godzilla vs. Kong toy line. And as you can see, there's some huge differences, and I just realized that this Kong doesn't have the battle damage, so I'm guessing that's also brand new about this figure. I apologize for not pointing that out earlier. And as you can see, guys, yeah, I think this figure is probably the best Kong figure from the Playmates toy line. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this figure, because this is not just a reissue of this figure. No, I think it's a reissue of this figure, and they remolded the arms to not have that battle damage gimmick. And not gonna lie, the battle damage gimmick was kind of pointless, not gonna lie, because it just made the figure look a little weird. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this, Playmates. As you can see, this figure hasn't aged well because it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, doesn't look accurate to the movie. I mean, it could look accurate because if I remember, Kong was in a dark color scheme in that movie compared to this one where his colors are a little more brighter. Because, you know, yeah. So, comparing the axes real quick, as you can see, the Hong Kong figure has no paint on the axe whatsoever. So, that's a disappointment about this figure. And the first figure from the Godzilla vs. Kong toy line, the battle axe did have paint, but only faded blue on the sharp part, or the weapon part. But for this new figure of Kong, by the way, for the new figure, it's fully blue, as if it's fully energized. So you can have this one the not charged version, and this axe the charged version. So yeah, I will say, out of all these three figures, I think the middle one easily beats them all. Now here is the new Kong with the previous Kong figure from the same toy line, as well as the Playmates Kong from Kong Skull Island figure. Man, I'm saying the word Kong a lot. Take a shot every time I say the word Kong. Never mind, don't do that. Don't do that. So yeah, I don't know why I brought this figure here, because this is King Kong from the Kong Skull Island movie. But yeah, I just want to bring this out in case you want to see a comparison between these two. And for some reason, this one's bigger than this. So shouldn't it be reversed, because he is smaller movie-wise and he is bigger in the movie? So, whatever. So let's compare these two now. Of course, the main differences between these two is that he has the beast glove and this one has the axe. So this was Kong before he had the the arm thing. I don't know what to call it. The beast glove. I meant to say beast glove. Sorry. So yeah, these two figures honestly are the best MonsterVerse Kong figures out of the other figure toy lines. Oh yeah, one thing to point out for my copy of this figure is that this arm is kind of loose, and this one is, like, you know, better. So yeah, mine has like a loose arm, but doesn't matter. At least he can hold the axe with this arm. So yeah, that's a comparison between these two. Now here is Energized Godzilla, along with Godzilla Evolved, as well as the other two Godzilla figures from the previous toy line, Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, let's put Godzilla Evolved to the side and let's compare these two. And as you can see, these two are near identical with each other. As you can see, it's the same joint, same, like, you know, same exact figures, just differences in paint. And as you can see, he has the battle damage right here. But for some reason, this one also has the battle damage. But when I tried peeling it off, it actually looked like I was breaking the figure. So if you're thinking of peeling this off, I recommend you don't do so, because you could be damaging the figure or breaking the figure. So yeah, I mean, like, if you look at Kong, as I explained earlier, he doesn't have the battle damage gimmick on his arm, meaning that they remolded the arm perfectly to make it, like, you know, not look like it has the battle damage gimmick. As for Godzilla, however, he still has it. I'm not sure if there was a mistake here, but yeah, don't peel off the chest. So I guess this is not really a reissue of the figure, because if it's a reissue, it would have had the battle damage gimmick, but no, it doesn't. So I'm guessing this figure is entirely brand new, and they just use this figure to, like, you know, use as base to, like, you know, yeah. So here is Godzilla Energized with the Godzilla in normal colors from the Godzilla vs. Kong toy line. And here he is next to the other figure that includes the charging beam. As you can see, the transparent plastic is kind of different for this one right here and this one. So, yeah. And lastly, let's compare it right next to Godzilla Evolved. So this is Energized Godzilla, and after he kills Tiamat, boom, Godzilla has evolved. So, yeah. For other size comparisons, here they are, right next to Shimu and Scar King. And yeah, they look nice together. So there's that. Here they are right next to here he is next to Mechagodzilla from the previous toy line, as well as, if I can get him to stand, Suko, a little weapon, the extra weapon of Kong. And lastly, Lizard Man. So yeah, there's a comparison for height if you want to see that. So yeah. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on the recently released Energized Godzilla, Tiamat, as well as Kong. So what do I think about these figures overall? Overall, I think you should get these figures. If you have the previous Kong figures from the previous toy line, you should really like get rid of those and get this instead, because this is the best MonsterVerse Kong out there. Now the paint job on him can be a little sloppy, as well as Godzilla and Tiamat to an extent, but these are $9 figures. You're not gonna get, like, you know, as much paint as compared to, let's say, a Movie Monster Series figure. But then again, those figures don't have paint for the most part. Well, most of the body parts are not painted. But for these figures, they're alright, they're fun, and they have articulation, which is something that Movie Monster Series figures don't have. And not only that, they also come with accessories. Like Godzilla comes with a drone, Tiamat includes a submarine, and Kong with a battle axe. Movie Monster Series, however, they don't give figures accessories for the most part, unless they re-release a figure again that has the accessory. But yeah, that's like paying for the same figure but with like the accessory. As with these figures, however, they're $9. The paint job can be hit or miss, but at least they have articulation as well as accessories. So yeah, I love these figures. And I don't mind owning the same Godzilla figure again, but at least it's something that happened in the movie, compared to these like Playmates like Mechanized Godzilla and Kong, even though that never happened in the movie. But I only got the movie, like, you know, the ones that we see in the movie. So those are my thoughts on these figures. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification. Be sure to like this video as well. And so, I want to hear your thoughts on these figures. Did you get Tiamat? Did you get Energized Godzilla? Or did you get Kong? Let me know in the comments. Me, personally, this is the best Kong figure. This is the best figure out of Wave 2 entirely. I'm just waiting until I get my hands on a Mothra figure. And by that time, I will rank every MonsterVerse or every, like, you know, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire toy line figures. And from best to, or from worst to best. So, yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.